I went live vertical for just a second. We don't really mod it. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update here. We're out here on in Buxton, North Carolina. Buxton, guys. Sorry, just going live real quick. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update over here. We'll get back to the truck in a second. Kind of worried that this house might go in. I really wish I had a property owner for this because I would really like to put a camera on that pole, but that's a private pole. I don't think anybody would care at this point, but my truck's over there. That's where our other camera is, down there. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update. I've been doing a lot of public relations this morning, talking to people, kind of getting a bit of a game plan. We're not really going to throw out too many cameras here. We'll probably put, another 3 or 4 of them out. I mean, this isn't a tropical storm or a hurricane, so I'm not too terrible concerned here. But we definitely want to have some coverage. This one, that one there, that one's probably going in. This one here, I'm not quite sure about. I don't know if this one's gonna make it or not, guys. It's looking pretty. It's got like 4 poles, 4 pylons that are busted. The rest look good, but you can see how high the water's come up on the pylons there. And honestly, the water's come up to here already. It's all smooth, so this is debris deposited by the water. This has all been underwater. Got some erosion of that pylon. That's not a structural pylon, though. It's these ones under here you got to watch, especially the ones on the outsides. I don't know if it's going to make it. Folks, they didn't build them this close. The beach used to go out hundreds of feet, and it's all gone. I know it looks stupid to do this, but trust me, there was way more beach than there is here now. Yep, here comes the water. It's going to breach this berm. I'm worried about it breaching this berm. I'm a little worried about this location here. Let me grab my phone thing. Oops, hold on, folks. All right, the audio is going to be kind of crap for a minute. Well, probably for a while because I don't have an external mic on this. We're just live in the YouTube app. Camera number 8. try. Not sure if it's going to be successful or not, though. But we'll take a little bit of a walk here. A lot of these are like private driveways, but I mean, these houses falling in the water, I'm not too terribly concerned if we wander down a driveway, and nobody here really is concerned about the media looking at their driveway. They're more concerned about their house going in the water. So, and just a reminder, folks, we're going to try to hold off. We're going to try to hold off on any nasty comments about these people's houses going in the water and how they deserve it, blah, blah, blah. Because, yeah, a lot of these are rentals. A lot of these are rentals, and they're owned by companies. So I don't really feel that terrible about the ones the companies own, but people do own these. And if it was your house, it doesn't matter if you've got $1 million or not. It's still a house. And it just because somebody has enough money to purchase a house out here does not mean that they're a bad person. You know, being successful and having money doesn't mean you're a bad person and deserve to have your shit wash away. So we'll just try to keep those comments out of there, because it's makes me kind of sad to see them, you know, because we're out here trying to help people, and we want folks to be able to come into the live stream and see that we're out here doing the right thing. We don't want them coming into the live stream and seeing that it's just a trash talking fest, you know. Because they didn't build these homes here on purpose. Well, I mean, they did, but they didn't put them where they're at. They didn't put them where they're at to see them wash away. They put them where they're at because there used to be beach. There used to be a shore. But if we do have any contacts or anybody knows, I know it's this Midjet Realty, but if anybody actually has a contact, whoever owns any of these, if you've got a contact and could email it to me off the website, I would really love permission to get a unit on one of these. That would really help the public here have an idea what's going on and really get people to take some action over this. Because this is a little bit of a climate issue too, folks. But it also helps the locals and the visitors who might not be here know what's going on. And I would love to strap a unit to one of these. If it goes in the ocean, it goes in the ocean. But if we have contact with any of these property owners or anybody that knows whoever these people are, if you could email me off of my website, I would really appreciate that. Or if you are those people, I would love to strap something to one of your houses here. Even that's a private pole, but that utility pole would work out great. So be a great way for you to monitor what's going on down here when you're not here as well. So, I mean, honestly, we probably could. I don't think anybody's going to care, but it's one of those things where it's like, maybe the person's religious against 5G. I don't know. I could probably call one of those companies, but it's Saturday. I mean, they're not answering. Their houses are falling in the water. They're probably not answering my phone call. You're parked in a no parking zone. Yeah, you're correct. I am. You can probably go ahead and call the sheriff's department or whoever patrols out here and tell them they can come write me a ticket. And if they want, they can write me a ticket. If they don't have to then. But if you're really going to be that guy and waste everybody's time, I mean, I feel bad for you, dude. I mean, as you can see, real busy street here. The locals here are friendly. Maybe sometimes the internet's not, but everybody here has been very, very nice. The property owner where that pole is down there has been very friendly for our unit. Thanks to them for allowing us to use their pole. I think these two are going to be all right. This one I'm a little bit concerned about. This one might go. High tide is now, and then I think tonight around 9 or 10. I think. It's like this is a private owned pole by whoever the property owner is. See, it's just 110. And it goes over to that other house. So whoever owns this owns that house, or owns the rentals. So I'd love to be on this pole too, but this is not a public utility or a utility company pole. The utility company, the power company and Spectrum, we make contact with them every time we go out and do an event like this, and they always say, we don't care as long as you don't get electrocuted. So we've got permission for the power company and then Spectrum owned poles, or the holding company that owns Spectrum, and also the public utility poles, but that's not a public pole. But yeah, if anybody, this Vacasa, if anybody from there maybe, I'd love permission to go on your pole here. That way you've got some insight about what's going on. Well, I mean, I guess getting electrocuted isn't wrong, but it's not a good idea. Great question. I could knock on their door, but I don't think anybody's answering. Under normal circumstance, that would be a great idea. Right, yeah, that Vacasa or whatever, yeah, that's the management company, correct. I just don't know who the property owner is. That's the problem, You call that management company and they're not going to even know what the hell you're talking about. You need the property owner. Oh, I'm sure they won't care until somebody throws a fit. But if this were a hurricane or a tropical storm with like life-threatening conditions, it would be different. You know what I'm saying? Because when there's like life-threatening conditions and stuff, it's kind of a little bit of an exception. But we don't really have life-threatening conditions here right now. I mean, technically, these homes are evacuated. There's nobody in these homes, folks. Like, there's not someone sleeping in there. They've gotten out. But this is why we do what we do, folks, because there's people out here that need this information. It's not just putting up live streaming cameras on palm trees and saying, oh my God, look at that. This is the real world data that folks need. I've already had several locals contact me, saying that, oh, it's so great you've got that out there. We want to know what's going on, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm kind of hoping if I stand out here long enough, maybe a property owner would show up. You could leave a note. You could put the camera up and then leave a note I could, honestly, but that seems like we're doing a lot of work then. There's a bunch of cars coming down the road. Maybe these are the owners. Doubt it. But if I stand here long enough, somebody might show up. A bunch of Fisher people. So yeah, this shoreline, I don't know what the actual statistic is, but the shoreline has gone out. It used to be out, I know, at least 60 feet. A month ago, it went out 60 feet. Right now, the shoreline is the houses. But the local I was talking to last night, she was telling me that it used to go out at least 60 feet. And then 60 feet out there, there was a berm, like a sand berm like this. And that's all gone already. And that's just from this last one here, you know. Oh, on here, this person looks like they might know something. Maybe not. Usually if you stand here long enough, somebody will show up that knows something. I wonder if they've got city police out here, or is it just sheriff's department? Because if they've got city police, then just go find a city cop. See, the thing is, I also don't know what the yard, you know, I mean, like, apparently there was a yard here at some point. The road access going south around the turn. David, I'm not sure of where that exact spot is, but what I can tell you is you can get in and out of Buxton just fine right now. I'm not sure where that specific spot is, but I can tell you that. Okay, well, that guy's walking down here. I'm going to walk down here too. That might be an owner. But it looks like he might be an owner or an insurance person. See if we can get his attention here maybe. But I can tell you, you can get in and out of Buxton just fine. Yeah, there's a guy over here. He looks like he might be an owner checking things. So we'll give him a minute and then maybe make contact with him. But somebody's here, so we'll walk up here and maybe they'll come over. Said, love a unit on this pole. Tried to do some mitigation on this unit, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to mitigate much. I mean, look, this thing's already dropped. This thing's tilted. I don't even know what the plan of savior is for something like this. I don't know what they would intend to do to fix it. I mean, what do you do? Like, it's kind of a loss at that point, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a structural person. I don't know, but So I'm parked over there in the no parking stall. Somebody's already pointed that out. I really don't think anybody cares right now, but the meter maid can come give me a ticket. I guess. I really don't think they care. Sorry about the quality not being as good as it normally is. Howdy. Morning. Beautiful day. Yeah, I hear you. All right, so this is... I'm trying to get you guys a street name. Let's walk down here to the street. Guys, TJ, I think all these houses are disconnected, honestly. I think they're all disconnected. They've all got that electrical loop by the pole. I'm pretty sure they've all been pulled. This is a public utility pole. We could go on that. The only problem is there's no view. Because I was able to talk to power company, and when I say public utility pole, I don't know if it's actually public or private. I just talked to a guy from the power company that told me he had authority to tell me that we can use these poles, not give a shit. Which normally we don't ask, but when we're going to be doing when we're doing a prolonged deployment like this, and it's not life-threatening conditions, it's not a bad idea to ask. Maybe I shouldn't say ask, tell, like politely inform that you're doing it, so that if somebody calls in, oh my God, there's a bomb on the pole or something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is Diamond Shoals Drive and something else. But what's interesting though, and I might call that power company guy back, because he told me if they've got the yellow utility pole numbers on them, that it shouldn't be an issue. But some of these ones that are clearly privately owned have pole numbers on them too. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how the power system works out here, if they're all owned by the utility company and then they place them on your property with an easement, or if those are actually poles that you purchase and put on your property, because like on a ranch or on a farm, that'd be your utility pole. You're responsible for it. You're responsible for the electric and everything on that pole. Sometimes in town like this, they just do it through an easement. And then they put a pole in your yard and use that pole to give you service. Whereas out in a rural area, if you need to have 4 poles to go to your house from the road, it's not the power company's problem. It's your problem to put those 4 poles in from the road to your house or whatever on your property. Like, you own them. You maintain them. If one goes down, you're paying an electrician to come fix it, kind of thing, not the power company. So, but like I said, typically this isn't even a concern, but this is just a really sensitive area right now, and we're just trying to give people a good impression, because this is there's been a lot of, what I've been told, there's been a lot of looting and a lot of bad stuff happening down here, and we don't want somebody to think that we're staking out their property or something. I mean, realistically, do I always get permission? No. But it's one of those things where it depends on the situation. Because like if we've got a tornado coming and we need to get a pack on a pole or a pack on a tree, I'm not sitting there looking up property owners and stuff, but we're also not putting them in people's front yards, you know? Because like the pole that our camera's on down there, that's on private property, but it's the utility company's pole. But the owner, who of course is not there right now, inconvenient. The owner saw me walking with the ladder and thought I was the insurance guy. And I'm like, no, but can I walk 2 feet onto your yard here and put this camera on the pole? And I showed him, and he said, well, what if I tell you no? I said, well, I'm probably just gonna wait for you to leave. And he was like, all right, well, you better put it on the pole. And then he told me, he said, if anybody messes with it, I'm gonna shoot him. It's like, all right, man, you do you. So we have a protector of that unit. So if anybody tries to mess with it, you might get shot, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if any more houses have collapsed. I don't think so, but this is part of where we have concern. Tower Circle is like 1 or 2 more over. And most of that is gone. That's where a lot of them fell in, but these ones could be next, honestly. Yeah, TJ, you're probably right. But sorry about the poor quality. I'm just using my phone. I wanted to give a real quick 20-minute update or so here. The green one, I've got no idea which one that is. Honestly, I haven't spent enough time over there. Hold on, there's some people that look like they might own this. Howdy. You guys don't happen to be locals, do you?
No.
Damn. I need a local. Everybody's a visitor, including me. Yeah? Well, you're not going to find that here.
Oh, yeah.
You guys just staying or visiting? Or?
We came 40 years ago.
Did you?
Actually, before we got married, we brought our kids 18 years ago. We're just redoing the trip. We started the south end, done the ferry, going all the way up, and going back to Lexington.
Yeah, we're a group of meteorologists, scientists, climate people, and all that. We're trying to find owners of these, but the problem is they're all rental companies. So we want to put like data instruments on them and stuff. But these, man, I tell you, some of these might be going in this time. It's gonna get bad again.
We were here, before they moved the lighthouse.
Yep.
The waves were right up against it. I made comments saying that the houses would go over with.
No, it's too bad. Well, be careful if you're going to be out a while, I tell you. Probably tonight's going to be the worst. So.
Yeah. I think we're going to try to go further north.
Okay. Well, good luck. Stay safe. So I was scrolling through and you asked the homeowner to go on their property. They said no. You admitted you are going to trespass when they leave. We have it on video. Buddy, you're such a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna deal with your stupid fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put up with that. Get out of here. Get the fuck out. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna post this and make you look like an asshole. Go for it. I don't care. I'm so sick and tired of nasty ass people. Not dealing with you. Go fuck yourself. And if that offends anybody, I'm not. Just because I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean that I have to sit here and deal with the abuse. By the way, I think I found the rocks that pierced my tire. It's these. Same damn rock. Yeah, this guy's upset because I made the joke with the homeowner about if he told me no, I was gonna just go on his property anyway. I know isn't that terrible that I was joking around with a local and trying to have a lighthearted conversation as their houses are falling in? I know, I'm such a terrible, terrible person. I'm so terrible. I bet you didn't know that his kid is sick and, homesick with the freaking flu or whatever, and I spent 20 minutes on a FaceTime call with him, with his wife or something, And this kid, because this kid loves storm chasers and apparently knew who we were. Bet you didn't know that either. Bet you didn't know I'm sending the guy a shirt, you know, the kid's guy a bunch of 2 t-shirts off our store. Bet you didn't know that either. But you know, I'm a terrible person. So, okay, so here's this guy might know something here. Let me ask him when he comes out. It's one of the vacation managers. One of the property manager guys. Wow, you calm down and be a professional. Well, I don't work for anybody. That's the thing. Let me see if I can flag this guy down. He's pulling out. Yes, calm down and be professional. Okay, well, you're welcome to leave. Okay, so he doesn't actually know anything. So this guy's, okay, super nice guy, but he doesn't know anything. He's like, I'm not actually from this location. I'm like, okay. And he's like, but they are privately owned. I'm like, oh, yeah, that tells me nothing that I didn't know. And he's like, yeah, probably not. Yeah, you guys, like, I'm sorry to be this way, but if you want to sit here and talk about what a loser I am, you're welcome to go somewhere else. Like, we're trying to give people some information out here, you know? Correct. I muted the mic because I didn't know what that guy was going to say, because you don't ever know. Like, sometimes these people, like, it's not obvious that I'm live. It just looks like I'm talking into my phone. And like, you never know, like, what crazy thing somebody might say. So it's just, until you've established the conversation, just mute it for a second, because sometimes they come out and say some stuff that probably shouldn't be on the internet. Well, Lindsay is correct. I mean, that is a valid point. What are they anticipating the flooding to be? A couple feet. I don't think anything crazy. I mean, maybe what, 3-4 feet maybe, if even. Do you know how many times I've heard racial slurs from young kids? Well, yeah. Yes. I can probably imagine. Oh man, this has come all, look at how far. Oh geez, are we at high tide? Yeah, we're almost at high tide. This might be one of them park ranger guys, which is what I'm looking for. Actually looking, I was told to hunt down a park ranger for a question I had about something. But this is, oh, some of this debris has even been pushed up here very recently because this wasn't this thick. Oh, hey, there's a park ranger. Hold on, let me mute the mic because I don't want to dox this guy. Hey, you too. All right, we're good. We should be good on that beach access. There's some guy named Robbie that the only condition is they asked if I could tell some guy named Robbie that we're doing it in case some crazy person calls it in. I'm like, okay. So I gotta call this Robbie. So that's gonna that's cool. So we should be all right, good. I'm gonna call this Robbie, whoever this is, and I'm gonna go place a couple of units. We'll be live back here on YouTube in just a little bit. Yeah, there are, just reading the comments real quick, there are a couple of pieces of heavy equipment up there north of Buxton pushing the berms back. They've been up there several days now doing that, just tending to it. All right, folks, I will be back shortly. Thanks.